Hello my dear students and my dear friends. Welcome one and all. And today in this video we are going to discuss about two more important concepts. First one is about orthocenter of a triangle, and the second one is about incenter of a triangle. So are you ready to watch? So coming to the definition of a orthocenter of a triangle. So look at the definition, everybody. The altitudes of a triangle are concurrent. The altitudes of a triangle are concurrent, and the point of concurrency is called orthocenter. So suppose let it be a triangle ABC. Triangle ABC. Now we are talking about altitudes. So what is meant by altitude? Altitude is nothing but the perpendicular drawn from vertex to opposite side. For example, A is the vertex and its opposite side is BC. Now let us draw a perpendicular. Say suppose this is the perpendicular, say AD. AD is the perpendicular drawn from vertex A to the side BC. And my dear, D is just any point, need not to be the midpoint of BC. Please note it. D is not the midpoint of BC. Now similarly, from the vertex B, draw the perpendicular to the opposite side, that is AC. So say suppose this is another perpendicular which is BE. And similarly from C, if you draw the perpendicular, suppose this is the perpendicular and say CF. Now clearly AD, BE and CF, these are nothing but perpendiculars drawn from vertex to the opposite sides. I mean they are nothing but altitudes. Now three altitudes are meeting at a point. So in the last class we already discussed that if three or more lines are passing through the same point, then the lines are said to be concurrent lines and the point is said to be point of concurrence. So now the point of concurrence of altitudes, which is called as orthocenter, and orthocenter is generally denoted by capital H, and some of the authors they may denote with capital O also. We denote with O, comma H. But generally O is reserved for origin. No? So that's why most of the authors they may use H is the letter to denote orthocenter. Do you understand now? So the altitudes of a triangle are concurrent. And the point of concurrence of altitudes is called orthocenter of the triangle. And orthocenter is denoted by capital letter H. So look at this important point. The orthocenter of a right-angled triangle. If suppose a triangle is a right triangle, then the orthocenter is nothing but the vertex at the right angle. I mean, in case if the triangle is a right angled triangle, assume that suppose this is a right angle triangle. So suppose capital A, this is capital B and capital C, and right angle is at B, isn't it? Now since if the triangle is the right angle triangle, then orthocenter is nothing but the vertex where it is right angle. So within this the vertex B at where it has right angle Hence vertex B itself orthocenter. Isn't it, ma? Then do you remember in the last video we discussed about circumcenter. Circumcenter will be the midpoint of the hypotenuse in case of a right angle triangle. Please observe it. So this is in generally I am talking if it is a triangle ABC. If ABC is a triangle, then let us draw the altitudes, nothing but perpendiculars, that is from vertex to the opposite sides. Hence the point of intersection, point of concurrency of altitudes is known as orthocenter, which is denoted for H. So in general, H is the point of concurrence of altitude, of course, which lies inside the triangle. But when it comes to right angle triangle, then orthocenter is nothing but the vertex which is 90 degrees. Hence if it is a right angle triangle, in this the right angle is at vertex B. So the vertex B itself, suppose the coordinates are 1, 2, then you know vertex 1, 2 itself orthocenter of a right angle triangle. Okay, ma'am. And coming to the one more point, that if the triangle is an equilateral triangle, please listen, this is also very, very important point. If the triangle is an equilateral triangle, all sides are equal, equilateral triangle, then in case of equilateral triangle, all centers are equals to centroid. So orthocenter H is equals to circumcenter S is equals to, followed by incenter which is denoted by I, which is equals to centroid. You know, when this is all centers are equals to centroid, I mean this is the point, isn't it? Itself a centroid, itself an incenter, itself an circumcenter, even itself an orthocenter, when in case if the triangle is an equilateral triangle. Please remember that. Equilateral triangle. Right, my dear? So in case of a general other than a right angle and other than an equilateral, then orthocenter will be inside the triangle in this manner. Suppose if the triangle is a right angle triangle, then no need to proceed any formula or any procedure. Simply just find out where it is 90 degrees, then the vertex itself the orthocenter. And in a right angle triangle, we learnt in the last class that is circumcenter is lies on the midpoint of the hypotenuse. And coming to equilateral triangle, I am telling you now. So if you want to find the orthocenter, or if you want to find the circumcenter, or even if you want to find the incenter, then nothing but all these three are equals to, I mean these are coincide with the centroid. So among this orthocenter, circumcenter and incenter, the easy way to find is nothing but, the easy method is nothing but to find centroid. Hence we find out the centroid itself orthocenter, circumcenter and incenter. So these points will be helpful in competitive examinations to save the time, especially because to find orthocenter or to find circumcenter there is a process, there is a method, isn't it? But which is a little bit lengthy, it may take a little bit more time. But while coming to the competitive examination, so time is very, very important to us. So within a short period we need to find out the right answer. Hence these shortcuts will be helping us to solve instantly. So coming to the next problem, find the orthocenter of the triangle formed by the vertices 2, -5, 2, 5, 4, 5. So my dear students, please listen carefully this, especially at this stage I am concentrating on how to find the orthocenter if a right angle triangle is given to you. Please note that only I am talking about orthocenter of a right angled triangle. We can also discuss about the remaining type of triangles, but my dear, that needs a little bit knowledge. Still we need to discuss more concepts. After discussing the remaining concepts, and then we will discuss how to find the orthocenter other than a right angle and other than an equilateral triangle. Okay, so here my intention, how to find orthocenter of a right angle triangle. This is the only one which I am going to teach you. Okay, so first of all, given vertices, you can assume it as let capital A is equals to 2 comma minus 5 and capital B is equals to 2 comma 5, even capital C is equals to 4 comma 5. So please find out the sides AB, BC and CA. Okay, so coming to distance between 2 points AB, x1 minus x2 whole square, 2 minus 2 whole square plus y1 minus y2 whole square, minus 5 whole square. So this is anyhow 0, isn't it? Square root of 0 plus minus 5 and minus 5, which is a minus 10 on squaring, which is 100. So which is root 100, and so answer is 10. Actually plus or minus 10, but because of length never be negative, so we consider only positive. Now coming to distance between B and C. So once again, x1 minus x2 whole square plus y1 minus y2 whole square. So 2 minus 4, which is minus 2, and square of the minus 2, which is equals to 4, and this is anyhow 0. So which is root 4, which is equals to 2. Now also find the distance AC or CA, no problem. 2 minus 4 whole square, okay, plus minus 5 whole square. So this is nothing but 4 and this is 100. So which is equals to square root of 104. Now please check that AB square plus BC square. AB square, so 10 whole square, which is equals to 100, plus BC whole square, 2 whole square, which is equals to 4. We are getting that 104. 104 is nothing but square of EAC square. Understand? Hence clearly we got that, what we got? AB square plus BC square is equals to AC square. That means triangle ABC is right angled. Triangle ABC is right triangle, which is a right triangle. And can you say where it is right angle? AB square plus BC square is equals to, means this is the concept, A, B and C, isn't it? So AB square plus BC square, which is equals to AC square. Hence angle B is equals to 90 degrees. I mean right angle is at 90. Then just now we discussed that if it is a right angle triangle, then orthocenter is the vertex where it is 90 degrees. Therefore 90 degrees at B. What are the coordinates of B? 2, 5. Hence orthocenter H is equals to, orthocenter for this triangle is nothing but 2, 5. Do you understand? So my intention to prove that it is a right angle triangle, we need to verify Pythagoras theorem. Pythagoras theorem. Square of the hypotenuse is equals to sum of the squares of the other two sides. Look at the method 2. Same problem, method 2. So this time let me want to use graphical method. So using the graph. So just consider the scale on x-axis 1 centimeter is equals to 1 unit. Even on y-axis is also 1 centimeter is equals to 1 unit. Let us plot these points. First point is 2 comma minus 5. So 2 comma minus 5, most probably somewhere here. Okay. Next one is 2 comma 5. So 2 comma 5, this is exactly here. And 2 comma 5 a little bit high. Now 4 comma 5, 4 comma 5 in this manner. So because of y coordinates are same and this is a horizontal line, and because of x coordinates are same and this must be a vertical line, actually it may be somewhere here. So now if you join them, so there exists a triangle. This is the first point, and second point 2 comma 5 is here, and third point is here. Since it is a vertical line, so the angle here at and it is a horizontal line. So always the angle between horizontal and vertical is nothing but 90 degrees. So clearly from the graph we can understand that the given vertices form a right angle triangle. So just now we discussed, if it is a right angle triangle, then orthocenter is the vertex which is 90 degrees. Therefore, among the vertices A, B, C, which vertex is at right angle? Obviously angle B. So angle B coordinates are 2 comma 5. Before that, this is say this is vertex B and this is vertex C. Since triangle ABC is right angled, which is right angled, and moreover angle B is equals to, right angle is at vertex B. Therefore orthocenter is nothing but here the same vertex, angle B, vertex B itself. So vertex B coordinates are 2 comma 5. Right, ma? So once again I am repeating you, my dear, here at this stage, since we are in the beginning of coordinate geometry, we cannot discuss the orthocenter of each and every triangle. Since to find orthocenter, we want to know how to find the equation of altitudes. But that concept is not included here. Right now we are in the beginning stage. So here I can concentrate only how to find the orthocenter of a right angle triangle and an equilateral triangle. If it is a right angle triangle, orthocenter is the vertex which is 90 degrees. If it is an equilateral triangle, then orthocenter is equals to centroid. For example, these 3 points form, suppose assume that they may form equilateral triangle. Then orthocenter of equilateral triangle is nothing but centroid. So we can find out centroid using the formula x1 plus x2 plus x3 by 3, y1 plus y2 plus y3 by 3. Okay. So rest of the part 2 of orthocenter will be discussed while we are discussing the chapter straight lines. Okay. Now let us concentrate on incenter. So coming to the definition of incenter of a triangle. Incenter of a triangle. So first look at the definition. The internal bisectors of angles of a triangle. So once again, the internal bisectors of angles of a triangle are concurrent, and the point of concurrence is called incenter, and incenter is denoted by capital I. So let us see this. Assume that ABC is a triangle. ABC. Fine. Now here we are talking about internal angular bisectors. Angular bisectors. So say this is the angular bisector of angle B. This is the angular bisector of angle C. Similarly, angular bisector drawn from angle A. Now these lines are nothing but angular bisectors. So these angular bisectors are also concurrent. See, three angular bisectors are passing through the same point. Hence, the point of concurrence is called incenter, which is denoted by I. Okay. So this time these are not medians and these are not even, the lines are not even altitudes. I did not mention as a height. I did not show that they are perpendicular to respective sides. So simply these lines are nothing but, so once again you can call them as AD is an angular bisector drawn from A, and BE is also another angular bisector drawn from B, and CF is also another angular bisector which is drawn from vertex C. Okay, so clearly the internal angular bisectors of a triangle are concurrent and the point of concurrence is called incenter, which is denoted by capital I. Next concept is, how can we find the incenter of a triangle? So right now, my dear, here we cannot explain the proof to you, and then finally remember the formula which is sufficient to you at this stage. So look at this point, everybody. This is very important point. If capital A x1 comma y1, capital B x2 comma y2, and capital C is x3 comma y3 are the vertices of a triangle, if they are the vertices of a triangle, and small a, small b, small c are nothing but sides of a triangle. We discussed already, small a is equal to side BC, small b is nothing but side CA, and small c is nothing but length of the side of AB. A, B, C are nothing but length of the sides of respective sides. Then incenter, which is denoted by I, can be calculated by using this formula. So look at this formula, everybody. What is the formula to find incenter of a triangle when vertices are given to you? Small letters, my dear. AX1 plus BX2 plus CX3 by A plus B plus C. This is everything x coordinate. Comma AY1 plus BY2 plus CY3 by A plus B plus C. So please remember, this is the formula to find the incenter of a triangle. Okay. Irrespective of any type, maybe right angle triangle, or maybe other than right angle, or maybe equilateral triangle, then no problem, you can go with the same formula here. So let us discuss one problem based on this. So look at this problem. Find the incenter of a triangle formed by the points capital A 3,2, capital B 7,2, and capital C 7,5. So first, to find incenter, we need to find the length of the sides. As I already explained you in the last class, suppose if it is a triangle ABC, then vertex A opposite side will be denoted by small a. Hence small a is nothing but a distance between B and C. Similarly, vertex B opposite side is denoted with small b. I mean B is nothing but the distance between A and C, AC length. Similarly, vertex C opposite side is small c. So to enter into this formula, first of all, let me want to find the lengths of small a, small b and small c, isn't it? So length small a is nothing but BC, small b is nothing but AC, and small c means the length of AB. So just using distance formula, distance between B and C, 7 minus 7, which is already 0 whole square, 2 minus 5, okay, BC 7 minus 7 whole square, which is 0, and 2 minus 5, which is a minus 3 whole square. Finally, which is a root of 9, which is equals to 3. And this time we need to find length of AC. 3 minus 7, which is minus 4, and square for that is 16 plus 2 minus 5, which is minus 3, and its square is 9, which is root 25, finally 5. And finally AB length 3 minus 7, which is minus 4, and its square is 16. 2 minus 2, finally 0. So which is root 16, which is equals to 4. So this is the step number 1, my dear. Need to find length of the sides, which are small a, small b, small c. And as usual, you all know, no? Capital A, always the vertices are x1, coordinates are x1 comma y1, and capital B coordinates are x2 comma y2, and capital C coordinates are x3 comma y3. So just now we need to substitute in the formula. Therefore, in center I is equals to, actually we should write first formula and then substitution. So anyhow, let it be. What is this? Ax1, 3 into 3, A into x1, plus B into 5 into x2, which is 7, plus C 4 into x3, which is also 7, whole divided by A plus B plus C, 3 plus 5 plus 4, comma ay1, 3 into y1 value is 2, plus B 5 into y2 value is 2, plus C 4 into y3 value is 5, whole divided by 3 plus 5 plus 4. Now this is 9 plus 5 sevens, 35 plus 28, entirely divided by 9 plus 3, 12, comma, and coming to here 6 plus 10 plus 20 by 12. So let us add this: 30, 50, 64, 72 by 12, 72 by 12, comma, 36 by 12, 6 comma 3. Hence, in center of the triangle formed by the given vertices is 6 comma 3. So please try to understand the concept so that it is very easy. First you need to remember the formula, and anyhow x1, x2, x3, y1, y2, y3 are ready. So just we need to find out small a, small b and small c, that they are nothing but the length of the sides. So length of the sides you can find out by using the distance formula. After that, just substitution and simplification. Hope you all understand this, how to find in center of a triangle. So now, irrespective of, even it is a right angle triangle or it is any other triangle also, you can use it. But I told you now, if it is equilateral triangle, then the advantage is only for equilateral triangle, need not to do all these things. Because if it is an equilateral triangle, we discussed even in the last class, even just before now, that is all centers are equals to centroid. So if you want to find out in center of an equilateral triangle, then no need to find in center, just it is enough to find out centroid. So centroid itself orthocenter, itself circumcenter, even it is itself in center. So that is the advantage with equilateral triangle. If it is not an equilateral triangle, then in center means this is the concept and this is the formula you need to follow. Look at the another beautiful result. which is very, very important. So finally, we discussed how to find orthocenter, centroid, circumcenter and incenter of a triangle, isn't it? Now look at the beauty. See, orthocenter generally denoted by H, centroid nothing but denoted by G, and circumcenter S of a triangle are collinear. See that? See, in case if it is a triangle, then somewhere, suppose this is G, centroid will be here, then orthocenter will be a little bit above the centroid and circumcenter will be the just below the centroid. And if you join them, see, these three are lie on a line. The three are lie on a line. Therefore, they are nothing but, see, this is the way I want to represent you separately. This is the thing. This is the beauty you need to observe, that orthocenter, circumcenter and centroid are always collinear. And moreover, centroid divides H and S, orthocenter and circumcenter, in the ratio 2:1. So this is a beautiful result, my dear, which we can observe clearly. So look at this. Find the centroid of a triangle whose orthocenter is -3, 5 and circumcenter is 6, 2. So we need to find centroid, but provided orthocenter and circumcenter. So please try to observe this. So just now we discussed in the concept, if it is orthocenter and if it is circumcenter, then centroid is nothing but somewhere in the middle, which divides in the ratio 2:1. Actually, somewhere here, which divides in the ratio 2:1. Right, ma? So note down that given H stands for orthocenter is -3, 5 and circumcenter, that is denoted by S, which is 6, 2. So we know that centroid is dividing H and S in the ratio 2:1 internally. So here section formula you need to apply, my dear, and don't go with centroid means x1 plus x2 plus x3 by 3, y1 plus y2 plus y3 by 3. So that is the formula is applicable when we know the vertices of a triangle. But here we don't know even a single vertex also. So that is why we should not use that formula. So here, since it is dividing in the ratio 2:1, so let me want to use section formula. That is mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n, my2 plus ny1 by m plus n. And you know the ratio clearly, which is m:m. And these points are, first point is x1 y1 and second point is x2 y2. So please substitute here mx2, 2 into 6 plus 1 into x1, which is -3 by m plus n is equals to 2 plus 1. Similarly, my2, 2 into 2 plus 1 into ny1, 1 into 5 by 2 plus 1. So which is 12 minus 3 by 3, 4 plus 5 by 3. So which is equals to 9 by 3 comma 9 by 3. So which is equals to 3 comma 3. Therefore the centroid of a triangle is 3 comma 3. So we are discussed today especially very beautiful concepts. One is about how to find orthocenter, second one is about how to find incenter, and third one is about relation between orthocenter, circumcenter and centroid. Okay, my dear, hope you all understood these concepts very well. So please subscribe my channel, my dear, those who did not subscribe still now, so that to get the latest video notifications. Okay, thank you for watching this video.